Self doubt. The feeling of I cannot do it. Oh, I don't have what it takes, even when you do have what it takes. Oh, I think Mr. A can do better in this than I can, even when Mr. A is saying to himself that you can do better than him. Do you have any idea how many dreams and how many aspirations have been killed simply because the holder or bearer of those dreams have made themselves believe that they cannot do something, they cannot be somebody, they cannot go to that place, they cannot start that business, they cannot study that, course because of self-doubt. Self-doubt is so dangerous that you're not going to even realize how bad it has eaten deep into you and why you need to transform yourself and work on yourself to see that you kill this feeling. Welcome back if this is your first time coming across my channel. I am GP the Voice, and this is a transformative channel and also my personal channel where I post my life here. So let's go straight into it. How can you deal with self-doubts? How can you deal with the feeling of I cannot do this or I can never be good enough? Well, the first step for me is challenging the inner person in you. The inner person in you is that invisible character that lives rent free in your head and has convinced you that you are not good enough, has convinced you that you cannot do that thing, has convinced you that there is no point trying, has convinced you that Mr. A can do way better than you. So why should you even try? That is why you need to challenge that inner person in you, that person that is convincing you of all the negativities about yourself, is where you actually need to start from. You need to start from this person, because if you are able to conquer this first step of convincing or reconvincing yourself that everything you've been told is all a lie, everything that the inner man in you is telling you is a lie, then it is going to be like 50% of the journey to dealing with self-doubts. 50% of that journey is already halfway walked. And now the next step will be to focus on compassion. Compassion is so important at this point because that inner person in you has made you believe that you are not worth it. You are not worth anything. You shouldn't try. So why don't you show a little kindness to yourself? You see, sometimes we're so focused on trying to be kind to other people, trying to tell other people, oh, you can do it, you're good enough, just give it a try. But we really don't do that for ourselves. You see, that is why after you have conquered the inner person in you, not completely, because it takes process, you then need to be kind to yourself. Show yourself a little kindness. Say positive words to yourself. Say affirmative words to yourself and be convinced of those words. Force yourself, if you have to. Force yourself to believe those words, because the positive words will go a long way to dealing with self-doubt. Now that you have successfully done this, it's also very important for you to now focus on your strength, because self-doubt is usually built on the foundation of the limitations and weaknesses that we have sometimes. Now it's time for you to focus on your strength. Yes, no longer the weaknesses. If you just take a pen and a paper, a piece of paper, and sit down consciously, you will realize that there is so much you can do, so much you have, so much potential, so much you can offer to people, to the world, to that team that is waiting for you that you are refusing to go, that musical band that is waiting for you but you don't want to connect with. So that is why it's important to focus on your strength and not just your weaknesses. When you have done this, then it's now time to set realistic goals, goals that are within your reach. Now, when we say goals, I am not saying you shouldn't set a long-term goal, but I am saying, oh, I hope this background noise doesn't enter this video. Yeah, sorry about that. So when I say setting realistic goals, I am saying sometimes what really discourages you is thinking of, the massive goal, you want to be this big. Why don't you focus on the little things? Yes, sometimes it's the little things that matters the most. Focus on those goals that are within your reach, bit by bit, little by little, and see how you can tap into the transformative power of step by step goals. Now, it's important for you to also celebrate your wins. Yeah, just give yourself a little reward treat for the little wins you've had so far. This will go a long way to dealing or killing self-doubt, because if you celebrate the little things now, there is definitely time, or there is definitely going to be time for you to celebrate bigger and more major wins. Lastly, I'd say that you need to seek support. Sometimes we try to go through this journey of self-doubt alone, and we don't get the support that we need to change our perspective about ourselves. Talk to someone trusted. Talk to someone you think can be of help to you. Someone you think can, just say those words even when you cannot say it to yourself. Because you see, self-doubt is damaging. And the earlier you take yourself off that road, the better for you. And it's not always a one-man thing to deal with it. That is why in this video, I am also encouraging you to surround yourself with positive-minded people, people who can see the best in you, and people who will always be willing to be there for you and to make you believe in yourself even in the times you don't believe in yourself, to be willing to help you with your transformation process. I hope this video helps you to deal with self-doubts. As always, if there are more suggestions you think can help, please leave them in the comment section. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please hit the subscription button so you get notified when we drop new videos like this. Until we see again, have a wonderful time dealing and trying to eliminate self-doubt. Bye.